Good evening. My name is Patrick Purnell, a disabled Air Force veteran. I have what's called aphasia or dyslexia. I think I graduated because it affects your cognitive abilities, reading, writing. I remember the time when I was first diagnosed, I was told that I could not live alone. So I got a few realtors to find me a place to live. Unfortunately, they didn't want to locate me where I felt that I should be located. So actually, after the four different realtors, and I think I had to pay anywhere from 550 or 575 to 750 to have each of the different locations inspected. All of them failed. There's a lot of things I did not realize. Again, being disabled and not really having any help to try to figure out how to actually buy. I used to rent a lot. So now I'm having to buy to live by myself, but I had to live in a certain location because of my disability. So I actually found my condo on Google. I purchased it without a realtor, and I would never suggest that for anyone else. Trust me, I learned a lot. But I wanted to live by myself. I wanted to be able to not survive, but to live and thrive in my life. Now that I have this condo, because of my aphasia, I did not know when I bought it that it had roof leaks. Or let's say that maybe the leak started right after I bought it. I'm not sure. All I know is when I moved here, there was nothing on the ceiling. There was no word of it in my inspection. There was no word, I believe, in the contract. First of all, I couldn't have read it anyway because of my aphasia. But from what I'm learning is that there was nothing in my contract that it stated there was a roof leak. But I did find out that later on, the condominium was suffering from issues with roof leaks. I'm not sure why it was not taken care of during Harvey in Houston, Texas, but for some reason it wasn't. But basically at this point now, I'm up against the HOA at the 6 years, HOA and the management company. I was told that I was going to be given it's not a discount, or it's not discount, accommodations because of my disability. And so I was really talking a lot to the president of the HOA. That person was the only person that we seen with the HOA that really walked the property. He walked it on a constant basis. He was always there, but I never knew that he really was the one that was in charge. From my perspective, it is really the management company. I looked up why do HOAs need management companies. Well, that's one of the biggest things. They need someone to manage the property. Although the HOA, the people on the board, we're supposed to have it govern what actually takes place on the property. It's really the management companies. When they become not able to do their part to run the property, to have insurance on the property, it has to be managed properly. And when it's not, you need to have a management company to have the insurance. Well, I come to find out later on, I'm not quite sure if they even had insurance. But all of this is to say that I am up against the HOA and the management company. But I'm grateful. I'm not mad with anyone. I realize it's a roof leak. This has been a long journey for me. It has cost me a lot emotionally, physically, and financially. This roof leak, they finally did fix it. They hired someone at some point to come in. Now, I had a roof leak, so there was no pictures of that here until it started raining. I think it's like I had the place maybe 90 days. It took forever for one of my contractors to paint the place. But I realized also that when I first came to inspect it, someone had already painted it and it had not rained. So we didn't know it was a roof leak, but as soon as it started raining, that's when I discovered the leak. And it just kept dripping and dripping. And then when they finally did decide to get a company to repair the roof, the people left it open. It rained one day and their employees left, and they left the roof open without any work. So then I was told by the president of the HOA that it was my responsibility now to sue the contractor that they had hired to do the job. Having a disability, I'll be turning 70 this year. I never thought of my age that I was going to be 70, turning 70. I never thought of me having a disability. I had the stroke in 2013. I am very grateful maybe for having the stroke because I loved my career, but that's all I loved. But I learned from someone that taught me something a long time ago that they wanted me to find a life. It was actually my psychiatrist. I was teaching, production, I was doing shows, but I really didn't have a life. That's why I wanted to live by myself. And I'm learning from this stroke what disabilities really are. It doesn't have to be the same thing, it's something similar. A disability is a disability. That does not mean we're disabled. But now by me going up against this HOA, my attorney just left. I think it was like my second attorney. I already hired another company to do it, which did not do it. So my other attorney just left because the management company, at 6 years, they never showed up. They never responded to my request from my insurance company. So now I'm having to deal with this issue. And I'm grateful. But I'm doing my podcast for the first time, and people always want me to do a podcast. My podcast is supposed to be on mental health and whole health. That's all aspects of your body, mentally, physically, all aspects. But now I'm learning so much by having this stroke and having a disability, and how people can try to take advantage of that. And I'm dealing with that, but I want other people to know, like me, how that, like for me, I define this as something that I'm going through that I'm not really in. There are days that I have very stressful days. I have a lot of nightmares. It's been affecting my health tremendously. But I'm still grateful. I have a great church, I have some great people in my life. I'm a very grateful person, regardless of this issue. But this podcast is something that I really want to do to be able to help other people as possible. I'm in a wheelchair. And because of that, let me see. Well, this thing here is not going to do it. I have to keep my legs up. It's for pulmonary embolism, blood clots.
Was that for me?
Yeah, that's my roommate, by the way. She lets me know what day it is, the weather, certain things I need to, certain words. Alexa, say hello. Okay, she came from a different distance because I see one right here in front of me there too. But anyway, let me close out by saying this. My name is Patrick. I'm a disabled veteran. I am a veteran at Riverwalk. Thank you, and hope that you will join me on my journey. Thank you. Bye-bye.